am seriously in the twilight zone, and I would like answers as to how I get out. I started working at Walmart third shift because I thought it would be a great idea to help them with this project that they have for a couple of weeks in order to get money, help save up to move back to Alabama before I blow up for real and start getting this paper. I thought people at Walmart.com was something that was just there for our entertainment. I didn't think it was real. I didn't think it had any type of authenticity to it. When I tell y'all that I'm live on the scene and it's action and this stuff is real, I think God is a comedian, and sometimes I don't think he's funny because he knows my personality and he knows the type of people that I don't click with, not on a, in a negative way, but just somebody that, you wouldn't hang out with. And people of Walmart I would not hang out with. So let me start by talking where I live. It's a predominantly Caucasian city. And for me, I don't really get embarrassed. But a few of the things that do embarrass me is when people fall into stereotypes. So yesterday, I was walking in and there was this black guy, and I don't know if he is like on the project with me or if he actually works full time, and I really don't give a damn. All I know is that he had me fired up. I was so angry, and I know it's so stupid, and I'm working on that. God's not through with me yet, and so you shouldn't be either. But I walked in, and please tell me why he had an entire jug, like a whole jug of tea, just hanging out of his back pocket. Like, my nigga, get a cup. What are you doing? Put it in a bottle. Like, stop being extra. I was so mad. Like, I was so angry because I just felt like you're making these white people talk about us. Like, you're giving them something else to talk about. Like, it's not enough that, your pants are hanging down and your butt cracks, hanging outside of your butt, okay? It's not enough that, your hat is turned towards the left. I don't even know who does that anymore. But none of that is enough. You also have to add to the niggatry and put a gallon of tea in your back pocket. First of all, whose pockets are that big? So that was the first thing that pissed me off. Girl, why today when I got here, not when I got here, but a little bit after I got here, I got put with this woman. She's a sweet woman. I mean, she ain't nothing wrong to my mom about, but she's sweet. And we were doing the shelving or whatever. I go to get a cart, and I see this black guy. I think God's a comedian again. See this black guy say, "Hey, how you doing, sir? I'm good. How are you?" He walked in like he just got finished being in Call of Duty, not playing it, but he was a part of Call of Duty. He was very strong, very masculine, very manly and macho, nothing feminine about him, no limp wrist or anything. And he walked in, feet were working perfectly fine, looked like his kneecaps were bending, very, very correctly, looked like everything was working. Why did he get in the motorized cart? Oh my God, I was so pissed off. I was so pissed off because, again, I felt like he fell into that category of pure niggatry. Why are you in the car? You walked in like a beast, and then you sat down in the car, and you're about 7 feet tall. I was so pissed off. So then we had to move our cars to the back of the parking lot because Walmart called itself redoing their parking lot, which added another 7 minutes to my walk in my break. And I felt like if you're going to take minutes away from my break in order to make me walk to the back of the parking lot to get into my car to sit and wait for 15 minutes during my break, then I feel like I have the right to add 7 more minutes to my break because that's how long it takes me to get back into the store. So I stayed in the car for an additional 7 minutes. Yes, I did. So I get in the car. After my break, I'm walking back up, and as I'm walking towards the door, I see a police car, and then I see one of the girls that I work with and a couple other people just kind of hanging out, and she, her eyeballs were wet. I thought she was stealing body wash or some soap, or maybe she needs some shampoo. I didn't know, maybe her kid, I don't know what she was doing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, she was stealing. Like, she's going to get in trouble. That sucks for her, whatever. Let me go do this, knock out the rest of this night or whatever, so I can get this couple little, dollars or whatever. So I get in, and the lady that I'm working with, she's about 50, 60 years old. I don't know. One foot on the grave, one foot in, on the earth, whatever. I don't know. But she's cool. She's nice. She's a sweet old lady. But people of Walmart.com. So she said, "Did you hear what happened?" I was like, oh my God. If you know me, I'm not really into drama and gossip. I will listen to your problems and we can talk through them and we can talk about Keisha and them, but I'm just not into it. So I said, "Girl, no, what happened?" And just feeding into it. She was like, "Well, she went into the whole shebang. I'm going to give you the meat and potatoes. One of the employees was texting this dude that belonged to this other girl. The girl didn't like it, had her friend roll up here to Walmart and beat the dog mess out of her, straight dog whopped her, gave her the absolute business." So, yeah, that's what all that was about. And I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, girl." And I was like, "Dang, that's messed up." Anyway, so then after that, they had us doing some pizza. They had me, this is why I know that I can't, this is what brought me to this. I was redoing the pizza, stocking the pizza freezer or whatever, and I had to take out all the pizzas and then clean the bottom of it and then put the pizzas back. Something that made absolutely no sense to me because for me, nobody can see the dirt. The dirt's frozen. I can't get the dirt off. Why am I keep taking these pizzas out, cleaning up ice, and putting these pizzas back on when the shelf looks the same? To me, that makes no sense at all. So, anyways, in the midst of all that, I was just bing, it hit me this ain't for me. God, I know that, and I'm not knocking anybody that works at Walmart because it's a job. I ain't saying it's a good job, because you got to deal with certain kind of people that I don't know where the hell they come from, but they sure come from all walks of life. But it was just God, this is not for me. My gifting comes in counsel and encouraging and getting people through. And that's where my gifting is. My gifting is not in stocking pizzas and making sure the supreme and the pizza, the supreme and the pepperoni and the sausage are in the, in the right order, or making sure the breadsticks don't, cross over with the marinara sauce because it's frozen and it needs to be in the end of the freezer with the yogurt and the ice cream, and making sure that there's two separate ones. And that's not my job. That's not my gifting. That's not my calling. Right now, I think I'm just I feel like I'm in the twilight zone and I need to figure out how I need to get out. My break's getting ready to be over and I have to go back into this place. And I just know every passing moment is making me realize you need to follow your dreams, because this right here, my nigga, is straight up for the birds.